welcome back. So last time we had gotten into the grindy quests. I decided to do most of the work off camera. I did get all the items that we needed for that one quest. This one here. Where'd it go? Here it is. Yeah. So I suppose let's go ahead and turn that in. Let's see. Orbs. Oh yeah, I put them in this chest over here. 1, 2, 3. And like I was saying in the last episode, it's not really hard. It's actually pretty easy on the resources and stuff. It's just time consuming. It's particularly simple since we had all those mana beans from the pecs, so I was just burning those up, and they pretty much gave me everything I needed. And there's that one. Okay. Reward back, doesn't matter which one, so we'll just claim. That'll give us more aura nodes, more silverwood saplings. Don't really need the hearts, but they're nice to have. So, let's go ahead and put down our aura nodes, see what we get. Let's see. Terra, Aqua, Ordo. Ordo again. We keep getting Ordo and no Perdicio. We need Perdicio. More Ordo. More Ordo. Yet more Ordo. And it's all Ordo. So yeah, our only option at this point for Perdicio is going to be bringing up that node down there. Moving it up here. But in the meantime, we're going to have to run down there every time we need more Ordo, more Perdicio. It's going to be a pain. But while I was doing that, I kind of got distracted. And as you can see, I have some bound armor, which is pretty simple. Some glass, diamonds, some few slates. Mainly, the biggest problem with it is the blood, but that's just time with my well of suffering going down there. Speaking of which, I took the spawner out of here and one of the drums of mob essence and moved it down here. You can see I've been busy making changes to this. What I ended up doing was putting witch water all over the bottom down here. I just basically put it along the edges with some stone blocks, and then worked my way back so that I wouldn't keep stepping in it, because it blinds you, it makes you nauseous, and it's just icky stuff. But in our alchemy kit up there, all it is just a few emeralds around in a circle, and it creates a spawn villager egg. So I used that, picked him up in a Pokeball, a safari net, and put him in and move the auto spawner down here. Now what happens is that the villagers spawn, and some of them spawn down there, some of them spawn up here, some of them fall down. But for the most part, they end up down there, and sometimes most of them, the regular villagers, all turn into zombies, but the priest villagers turn into witches. And the good thing about witches is that, unlike all the other options that I tried, like flesh golems with top hats or fezzes, and all that stuff, they can actually regenerate their own health fast enough to keep up with the Well of Suffering ritual. So they just sit down here and act as permanent source of blood. And of course, the more witches you have, the faster your blood fills up. Let me get some cobblestone out of here. I have to close up this door, otherwise they try to make a run for it. And I'll kind of show you how it works. So, let's just flip that on. Let it get started. As you can see, some of them fall in. And some of them go make a run for it, start running around. But I just pick them up with this golden lasso here and drop them in. Gotta do it quick because they don't live long. Constantly getting damaged by the ritual. Quiet. And of course the witches get cheeky. Decided to start attacking me. It's very noisy. Oh, we got a witch fight going. Oh, that's the first time that's happened. I guess it'll be okay. I don't know. Splash potions. Yeah. It's a lot less noisy. It functions even whenever I'm near it. It doesn't end up with killing all the mobs that it spawned and then not spawning more because I'm too close. And also, yeah, I think I'd already said that it's not as noisy. But yeah, I covered the surface here with clear glass from Tinker's Construct, which is just sand in a smeltery. Same as I did upstairs at the infusion thingamabopper. And I like it because it's got connected textures. You can see through it without all the texture crap in the way. Grab my wand on me. No, I left it upstairs. Okay. So, bound armor is basically just a bunch of blood. It's kind of interesting because you instead of making it in a crafting table, you lay out the blocks in a grid on the ground with what's called a forge block. Let's see if I still have it in here. Forge. Yeah, here it is. Soul Armor Forge. And depending on the pattern, you lay it on the floor in a 3x3 grid, determines what type of armor you get. You can also, using blood shards and sigils, add different effects to the armor, but I didn't really get into that because the problem with that is that whenever you're wearing the armor and it's got a sigil in it, it just gives you a particle effect coming off of you constantly. Where's my other? Here it is. And that was annoying the crap out of me, so I took it out and redid it so that the armor doesn't have any sigils in it, except the helmet, which has a sanguine helmet, which I made from my goggles of revealing. The sanguine helmet is basically just an armored goggles of revealing. And I bound the sanguine helmet to my bound helmet, so I still have this goggles of revealing effect even when I'm wearing my bound armor. I took the chest piece off so that I can use my jetpack because there is no real... You can use an air sigil, I think, to kind of fly with blood magic, but it doesn't work very well. It's very slow, I think. I just didn't like it. So, yeah, you can see I placed this one with a Master Blood Orb, which is just a blood shard and altar and a bunch of blood. Pretty simple. And so now I'm up to 1 million LP and looking good. But if I take my bound chest plate and put it on, then it basically mitigates all damage except for fire and wither, which is fire is why I've got the elemental affinity sigil here, which I made from an air sigil, a water sigil, and a lava sigil. Those were all pretty simple as well. Just make them in a crafting table with an orb, and you put those together to make a elemental affinity sigil, which, while it's active like this, means that I am, yeah, you can see this particle effect going every now and then, which is why I leave it off. It gives me water breathing, fire resistance, and something else. Oh yeah, falling. I don't take any falling damage. So if I were to like climb up there and jump off, I wouldn't take any falling damage. So it works pretty nice, but I leave it off rather than putting all that stuff into my armor because of the particle effects. And while I've got all 4 pieces of my blood armor on, any damage I take will take points from my blood network first, instead of doing damage to me. There are weapons that can bypass that, like the Tinker's Construct, what's it called? Rapier, which is aptly named because it rapes armor. Basically it ignores armor, so there's really no defense against that. Well, there is, but you have to get really fancy. Okay, so let's see. I've been kind of doing some research with the deconstruction table and making points and stuff in the Thaumonomicon. But let's see. Yeah. Next quest is going to be the Staff Core of the Primal. Got some great rewards. Gives you 3 green heart canisters. Let's see. Yeah. But to get to this, we're gonna need to research into staves, because right now all we got is like the Silverwood wand. Now we need to research staves and then different kinds of staves and get down. I think the last one is the one that it's asking for. So I'm going to have to keep farming the deconstruction table for points and letting these things slowly charge, so that we can do the research into that. Hi there, Jeffrey. How you doing? He's been a busy bugger. He's been filling up my cans for me and all that. I'd use the infusion table a lot. This worked really well. I didn't have any problems with flux or instability. Just put it up there, hit it, let it absorb the essentia and absorb the items. And then it just, pink, done. No problems at all. One thing that I wanted to do, since I've got, let's see, don't know if I'm going to have enough time for this, but let me get a few pieces of obsidian, and do I have a flint steel? Yes, I do. I wanted to open back up our portal over here. That's kind of why I made the bound armor, is that I intend to reopen our entrance to the nether here and go in that's not good. Oh, crap. Okay, this obsidian back here I think is messing it up. Is it? I guess it is. Alright, I'll get this cleaned up. But I'll go in, and I think I'm gonna go look in there to hunt for we don't really need ores, because our miner over here, our laser drill, is bringing up basically everything that could possibly spawn in the world. But we've only got the RO nodes here that we started with, and the ones we're getting from these from these creative nodes that we're getting as quest rewards. But we're not going to get any more of these in the future as quest rewards. So, well, I don't think so, at least. I think we're pretty much done with getting those. But whenever we get the ability to move them in jars, we can, we can move all these over here, and then we should be more or less good. But using a jar on a node has a chance to degrade the node. Either it'll disappear entirely, or it'll change from a bright node to a normal node, or it just messes with the stats. And I want to make sure that we have another source of nodes that we can transfer, that we can bring in, so we can actually go into the Nether, I think, and I think there are nodes in there. I'm going to open the gate, go in and look around and check, but I'm pretty sure there are nodes in the Nether that we can jar up, bring back, and add to our collection here. But I am going to clean up that obsidian and do some research, and I will get back to you when that's done.